Hello everyone, this is Abhinav Jha and today we'll be discussing a really interesting and important concept, permutations and combinations. So guys, this is a really interesting chapter as all of you would have been knowing that a lot of questions in JEE Mains and Advanced is asked from this chapter. So today we'll be discussing this chapter in brief. Okay, and we'll try to understand a few basic concepts which are required to solve the problem. So let's get on with it as soon as possible. So briefly I'll introduce myself. I am Abhinav Jha, BTech NIT Nagpur, and I have around 3 years plus experience of teaching in JEE. And this year in 2020 February attempt, 10 students of mine got 99 plus percentile, and one of the student was lucky enough to get 99.99 percentile as well. So the expected rank is around 30 to 32. Okay, so let's begin and try to understand what all we can get in Unacademy, which you already would be knowing. And so obviously Unacademy subscription gives you live classes, live interaction with the educator. There are live polls and leaderboard which will keep you on your toes, and every day you can have your rankings over there. You can actually analyze which are the good students and you can compare with them, that where you actually stand. That is really important nowadays to be competitive. And moreover, we have test series and analysis, so you will be obviously getting where are your weak areas and where you have to work. And moreover, the best part, the live doubt clearing sessions. So if we get live doubt clearing sessions with one of the best faculties of the country, definitely this is the place where we have to come. Okay, so you have to simply go to the Unacademy learning app, install it, and then definitely go to the plus section in IIT JEE, and then you can get the subscription pretty easily. Fine. And don't forget to use the code AJ Live. So if you apply that, you'll be getting a heavy discount, and that will be really beneficial for you. And if you like my classes, definitely I will suggest you should follow me, as well as you can like my videos and obviously apply my code. Fine everyone. So these are few free structures which you can obviously look at. Okay, so now without wasting any time, let's begin with permutations and combinations. So actually basic idea we definitely have that permutations means arrangement, combination means selection or choosing. Okay, so we will be discussing a very interesting concept under the topic combinations, and that is nothing but selection of zero or more objects. Now, this thing is actually one of the most interesting concepts which you have in your permutations combinations, and every year you have like a whole lot of questions based on this. Okay, so let me begin with what actually is what actually we are doing in this particular topic. So actually we will be given few objects. They might be distinct or similar, and from them we have to select zero or more objects. So it's very simple. Either we can select zero, either we can select one, or we can select two, three, four, or all. So there's a very interesting thing which is coming up, that is the word or we are using. Okay, this or plays a really important part in this particular concept. Now there are two ways of getting the answer when the objects given here are distinct. So let's understand what actually happens when the object becomes distinct. Okay, so the object is distinct. So what can be the first way of solving the problem is you go to each and every object. So this object might be, let's suppose this is distinct, so obviously I'm just shading it in different ways. Okay, this might be vertical, this might be horizontal, this might be crossed or double crossed, whatever. So I am just changing the actual behavior of that particular object. So now if I go to each and every object and ask, so how many options does it have? So I am going with a bag over there, and I am asking this particular object either to come in my bag or to not come. He has an option to reject my offer. right? So how many options does he have, or the first object has? The first object has only two options, either to come or to not come. Now, please focus here. Obviously, this is selection of zero or more objects, but think here in depth and try to understand. The second object also has the similar tendency. And I'm using the word and here. What am I using? And. So second object also has two options, and in mathematics and permutation combination means multiply. Okay? And means multiply or means addition, that is plus. Okay, so that's why we have used multiplication, that is fundamental theorem of multiplication. So that's why second object also has two ways, and so is the third object having two ways of doing that particular thing. So overall everyone has two options. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 2 power n ways of doing it if we have n objects. So this is actually very simple way of deriving this formula of 2 to the power n ways. Okay, now now these things are obviously multiplied n times, so that's why we are getting 2 to the power n ways. Now I would like to use a different concept. For that, actually I need to know binomial theorem. So obviously few of us would have already studied the binomial theorem. So if you look at in that scenario, everyone would have studied the expansion of 1 plus x to the power n, right? And that is simply nc0 x to the power 0 plus nc1 x power 1 nc2 x square and so on. It goes on till ncn x to the power n. Now if I simply put my x is equals to 1 over here, so simply this equation becomes 2 to the power n is equals to nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 and so on till ncn, which is one of the most famous formulas of mathematics and especially binomial theorem, and also used hell lot of times in permutations and combinations. So guys, please remember this formula. I am pleading you because this is very important formula that we have to remember. Now let's come back to the question and try to do this question by this manner. Now, so what was the question? Zero or more selections. So either I will select zero objects, that I can do it in what? NC0 ways, right? So that can be done in how many ways? NC0 ways. Okay, or I'm using that word or. I can do it in NC1 ways. Either I can select one object, or I can use NC2 or NC3 and so on till NCN. So that will give me 2 to the power n ways again. And that is what we call it 2 to the power n ways of doing it. Okay, so that's my answer. So now let's move on to the next concept, that is when the objects become similar. And you would have also learned this thing in your set theory. Remember the number of subsets possible. So there also you are selecting what? Zero or more objects, and there also you would have learned this formula 2 to the power n, right? So that's also very interesting way of deriving this particular formula for number of subsets, and there also we use 2 to the power n. So that's the whole detail about this particular thing when the objects become distinct. Now let's move on when the objects are similar. Now this is actually really easy, and if you just look at all the objects would be similar, right? So just imagine n chocolates in front of you and all are dairy milks. Okay, so now if you go there and you have to pick up zero or more objects, right? Sorry. So now if you are selecting zero objects, how many ways can we do it? We'll simply go there and come back empty handed. So that is not 10C0 at the moment, that is simply 1. Okay, so we are going there and we are simply coming back. So obviously the value comes out to be same, but it is only the one way. So obviously selecting zero objects will be only one way of doing it, right? Yes. So if you're selecting one object, so we only have one particular way. Now, if I am selecting one object, so then what I am going to do? I'm going to go there, I'll pick up any random chocolate and come back. So that is only the one way of doing it. So I'm going there, coming back with single chocolate, and that can be anyone. So it's not 10C1, mind you. There it was 10C1, isn't it? Here it is not 10 ways, because there, or else NC1. Let's suppose if you have 10 chocolates, so that would have been 10C1. There, that would have been 10 ways. Either you select the first chocolate, second chocolate, third chocolate, or the 10th chocolate. But here this is not the case. If I select the first chocolate, the second chocolate, or the 10th chocolate, doesn't matter. That's the only one way of doing one chocolate. So if I have got n chocolates or n objects, if I have to select one object, that will be only one way. Similarly, selecting 2 chocolates out of 10 or n chocolates also would be one way. Go there, pick up any 2 random chocolates and come back. So that's one way of doing it. So similarly, you will select n chocolates or n objects from n objects which are all similar in one way only. Go there, pick up everything and come back. That's the only way you have. So if you add all these things from 0 to n, so we have ones and they are added n plus 1 times. So that's why the answer is n plus 1. So if you have got 10 dairy milks in front of you, and if I ask you to pick up 0 or more objects and come, you will say, sir, I have 11 ways of doing it. Right? Okay. So these are very, very easy concepts which we have actually understood pretty well. And now we'll be looking forward to the quiz. Let's begin with few interesting problems which are actually asked in few previous years of JEE Mains, and also we can look at them in detail. Let's go ahead with the quiz. Now, so this is the question asked in AIEEE 2012, which is nothing but JEE Mains 2012. So this is a very interesting question. Now the question, they have slightly changed it, and they have asked here the number of ways in which one or more balls can be selected out of 10 white, 9 green and 7 black balls. So we are assuming that all the 10 white balls here are same. Okay, so what I'm assuming right now is, obviously we have to do that because 10 white balls all are same and 9 green obviously are same and 7 black balls are also same. Now, so I have 10 white balls in front of me, 9 green balls and 7 black balls. Okay. Now I have to do one or more selections. So this is a slightly twisted problem, but we have learned 0 or more. Okay. So let's look at that particular thing first, and then we'll obviously calculate one or more also. That is not that difficult. Okay, so let's suppose if I'm calculating 0 or more balls, okay, 0 or more selections, so how many ways I can do it? So what is my answer? So if I have 10 white balls, so obviously I have an option to select 0 or more white balls in how many ways? 10 plus 1 ways, isn't it? Just now we learned. And I'm using a really interesting and important word, that is and. Similarly, from 9 green balls also I can do the same thing. I don't have a choice there. This is equally important to me. The green balls are equally important. So I can do the same thing from the green balls as well. So I will be using the word and. And means what? Multiplication. So that will be giving me 9 plus 1. And again, same thing works for black balls. So into 7 plus 1, that will give me 880. Okay, so this is 0 or more selections, guys. Now, actually what happens is a lot of people fumble in this step when from 0 or more they have to go to 1 or more. Now 1 or more doesn't mean that we have to select at least one of the white, at least one of the green, or at least one of the black balls. No, I can leave white, I can leave all the greens, and I can pick up one of the black balls. That is fine. I can leave green and black. I can pick up one of the whites. So the guys who are saying the answer as 10 into 9 into 7, okay? So they are saying this answer is absolutely wrong. Why it is wrong? Because they have, and one of the options might be that, and that's how J plays with you. So this is absolutely wrong, because what you have done here, you have picked up, we have picked up at least one of all, which is a blunder, which is a blunder we have done. Okay, so what is the easiest way of doing it? Only one case will be there when we will be coming empty handed, right? We are picking 0 balls from the white, we are picking 0 balls from the green, and we are picking 0 balls from the black. Only one case when we will be going there and coming back empty handed, and that case we have to remove. Are you getting my point, students? So from 880, if the question is, this is what one or more means, what? At least one. So one or more means what? One or more means nothing but at least one, right? Anything will work. At least one. So at least one means total minus one, right? Only the one case when you're going there, coming back empty handed, that's what we have to subtract, and our answer will come out as 879. That's the answer. Okay guys, very interesting problem, and this is how Jay plays with us. So we have to be very focused, and see, if you do these questions in the J examination, this will boost up your time management, because these are the questions which we can solve within seconds. Hardly it will cost us 3 to 5 seconds to analyze the problem, and I would suggest, like, calculation wise, it will just cost us 30 seconds in order to solve this problem, guys. So first analyze the problem and then solve it quickly. Okay, so very interesting and high scoring chapter. A lot of students skip this chapter, but I would suggest, if you read this chapter in depth, this is going to be your rank booster. I guarantee you that. Okay, so next, let's move on to the next question on the similar concept. That is nothing but we are using, what is the question here? The number of ways of selecting at least one letter from the letters of the word proportion. So let me rearrange the letters. So obviously I have 3 O's. Okay, so I have got 3 O's with me, and I have got 2 P's, and I have got 2 R's. So obviously you have to rearrange them, right? And we have 1 T, 1 I, and 1 N. I guess that is it, right? So guys, so this has become a question of having 3 balls of one color, 2 balls of one color, 2 balls of one color, 1 ball of one color, 1 color, 1 color. So we've actually twisted the question in a different manner, and we'll analyze it like that. Obviously, all the O's are similar. So this is the concept of, again, similar type, right? So what we will be doing, guys, we will be applying the formula n plus 1 only, right? So that will be the formula which we will be applying right now. That is n plus 1. And obviously, again, at least 1. They have mentioned again, at least 1. At least 1 means what? 1 or more. So obviously the answer will be total minus 1. That is 0 or more minus 1. So total, everyone knows what will be the answer, guys. So that will be 3 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 for the P. For the R, again 2 plus 1, right? For the T, 1 plus 1. For the I, 1 plus 1. For the N, 1 plus 1. And then minus 1 will give us 287, which is really easy. We just had to analyze this problem in this manner, and obviously the typical question becomes a really easy question. So guys, very important topic. Every year you would expect around 3 to 4 questions from this P and C. So if it might be, this P and C can be used in set theory. Obviously I told you in the subsets concept. It can be used in functions, calculation of 1, 1 and on 2 functions, calculation of bijection functions, calculation of lot other things like composite functions, calculation of like constant functions. So there are a lot of concepts of PNC used in everything, and I am telling you, JEE mixes the problem, especially in advanced. Especially if you're targeting advanced, definitely you have to focus on this particular thing. Okay. So guys, if you're liking the video, please subscribe to JEE English. Okay, so this is the new aspect of Unacademy. So this is a new challenge which is getting launched, and that is JEE English. So definitely you have to subscribe here, and obviously I'll be teaching here, and definitely we'll be learning a lot of concepts in very easy manner. We'll be going on to the depth and trying to understand. So do like the video, do subscribe Unacademy, and obviously JEE English. Okay guys, thank you. Next, so now we have one problem here. Okay, now see here. Yes, this is a question on set theory. Yes, and here the question is X set is given as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is how they mix the problems, guys. So now the number of ordered pairs YZ, okay, that can be formed such that Y is a subset of X and Z is a subset of X, right? So Y, Z both are subsets such that Y intersection Z is empty. Okay. So that means we are actually from the X set, let's suppose X is a set or X is a box, you can say. So in this box, we have 5 objects, right? So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. Just analyze it like that. Okay. So now we are, this box objects are put into 2 boxes, right? So we have 2 boxes. That is one box. This is X box, and this is, let's suppose, Y and Z box respectively. Okay. Okay. So now we have one box as Y, one box as Z. So guys, these objects in the box X have to be put in 2 boxes. Understood? So that is, they are saying how many ordered pairs of YZ can be formed such that this is Y is a subset of X and Z. How many ways you can do that? That's what they are asking. Such that Z is a subset of X. That means you are putting these in 2 boxes and Y intersection Z is empty. What does that mean? This means that no number can be put in both the boxes. Okay, so both is not possible, right? So you have to analyze the questions very important. Okay, you have to analyze it very properly, and then only you will get the question. Now, so if I ask again, go to the object and ask just how I derive the formula. Ask 1, how many options do you have? He will say either I will go to Y, either I will go to Z, either I'll sit idle, I will not go anywhere. So he has how many options? So 1 has 3 options, either to go in Y, either to go in Z, or not go anywhere, sit in X, right? Similarly, 2 has how many options? Either go in Z, either go in Y, or sit in X. So guys, every object here is having 3 options and all are distinct. That's why this is under distinct category. So guys, every object is having 3 options. So therefore 1 has 3 options, and I'm using the word and. 1 has 3 options, 2 has 3 options, 3 has 3 options, 4 has 3 options, and so does 5 also is having 3 options. And I'm using the word and. And means multiplication, and that will give me 3 to the power 5. Understood everyone? Very interesting question. Now if I just slightly twist it, if I say that let's suppose Y intersection Z is empty, and if I add a clause here that Y union Z has to be X, what does that mean? I'm just slightly changing it, guys. Answer is 3 power 5. That is obviously correct. So now if I slightly change the question that Y union Z is X, that means I don't have, these numbers don't have an option to sit in X. They have to either go to Y, they either have to go to Z. So this option in going to remain in X gets off. So this is not there. So the guys have only two options. So in that scenario, the answer will be 2 power 5, guys. Okay. So that's how we twist the problems. If we have different boxes, if we have more number of boxes, obviously the options increase and the value would also increase. Okay, guys, very interesting question. Linked it with set theory. Now, next, move on to the last problem today. That is also one of the most interesting questions, guys. So the train is going from Vijayawada to Hyderabad and stops at 9 intermediate stations. Okay. So 6 persons enter the train during the journey with 6 different tickets of the same class. Okay. So all are having same class. Okay. So the number of tickets that they may have. Okay. So guys, this looks a pretty simple question, but actually it is a little bit twisted. And if I just try to analyze, we have Vijayawada. So we have, one second, sorry. Yeah. So we are having, the initial station as Vijayawada, and then we are having, let's suppose, intermediate station 1, station 2. So we have how many stops? 9 intermediate stations. Okay, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6, S7, S8, S9, and then comes our Hyderabad. Okay, as we pronounce Hyderabad. Okay, so a train is going from Vijayawada to Hyderabad and stops at 9 intermediate stations. So 6 persons enter the train during the journey, and with 6, read the question carefully. If you're not understanding, read it again. Okay, so now what we can have is the guys will enter at least from S1, right? So the scenario starts from here. So the guys might have tickets from S1 to Hyderabad, or they might have entered from, so there are how many possibilities, guys? From S1 to Hyderabad there are 1, S1 to S2, S1 to S3. So we are having 9 ways of finding the tickets, right? We have 9 different ways of having the tickets, right? So 9 tickets, 9 distinct tickets can be there. Okay, now if you're entering from station 2 to Hyderabad and you have how many options there? 8. Obviously 8 tickets can be there. I'm just calculating the number of tickets can be manufactured or printed, right? So obviously we have from S1 we have 9 tickets, or means plus, right? Either we can have this or this, 8 or 7. From S3 to Hyderabad there are S3 pos, like we can have S3 to S4, S5, S3 to S5, S3 to S6. So that's what, 7 tickets possible, and so on. If you enter at S9, you'll be having 1 possible ticket. That's it. So guys, we know very well the formula of n into n plus 1 by 2. So this will give us 9 into 10 by 2. If you can calculate easily using the formula n into n plus 1 into 2, sum of the first natural numbers, this will give you 45 different tickets are possible. Now, what was the question? The number of different tickets they may have. So out of 45, we can choose any 6, right? That's the possibility. That's the number of ways they can have distinct tickets, right? So they can have any 6 out of these 45. So the answer is 45C6. Very interesting question and very logical. Gets the answer within 10 seconds if you've analyzed it quickly. So that's how you boost your rank, guys. These kind of chapters will boost your rank, and these kind of concepts which are simple, basic, standard, use your logic, will give you very good rank in JEE Mains and Advanced. Hope to see you on JEE English. Do subscribe, do like the video, and definitely follow me on Unacademy. And also, if you want, you can definitely take the subscription on of Unacademy. Thank you, guys. I just enjoyed the session today. See you soon. Take care, everyone. Do install the Unacademy app. Thank you, guys. Take care. And obviously my code is AJ Live. Please, everyone, do subscribe. Use my code. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. See you.